Alright, part 2 of the crazy rust experiment. The season has passed and the car is in storage, which means reparations and preparations for a lot of things. So I've been pending my analysis a lot around this rust problem I've had. I say I had because I think it's under control. The experiment probably works, or at least it resided some of the effect of the rust buildup. That's my guess anyway. So from what you can see here, it's warped, but it was that before as well. I also suspect the filler material I managed to get here into the crack has also expanded a bit, which isn't a problem really. So depending on which kind of angle you're looking at, you can see it's a bit bulgy. But for good measure, I tried to scratch off a bit of the extra parts that actually didn't really stuck on quite well, but now it does. A lot of the clear coat and the paint has fallen off here at that old crack, and but what from I can feel, there's no yeah, there's no space in between. It's really rigid. So I really think the filler material did it work. And the only thing I felt afterwards was it was a bit of a movement here, because the clear coat and paint actually dislodged itself from the chassis. But in all cases, I think I'll be trying this next season as well, because I really don't see a huge problem other than the style. So I'll be just covering up with a bit of paint and maybe sandpapering the rough parts just to make it even. And I'm gonna run like this until it actually becomes a bit of a problem. If it starts growing a bit more, broader, that is, we can at least do a hand measure for the next video, that I have a thumb length or a finger length into my knuckle, as you can see on the bulge here. So it's over here right now. So next time I made an update on this, we'll see if it actually grew any bigger, because if it starts growing and gets more bubbly, then the rust is still growing inside, or I actually killed it. We'll see. On the other part here, there's still some bubbles. What I compared from the previous video is that this actually existed already, so I can't see that they actually grown. But we can also do a quick measure. We can also say about a finger length from my hand over here in a half circle. So from here, if it grows over here, then we know the rust is still going on. So this is the area we need to have under observation. So other than that, I can't really feel anything new behind this panel. So we'll try on and keep observing if it's doing something or if it's dead. And could be a pro tip, I don't know yet, we'll see. If you really need to save resources and not actually hack up your car too much, if it's not really necessary for the cosmetics, that this could actually work. So what I did the last time before, I was using filler, super glue, and paint, just to get everything back in position so it didn't move. But before I did any of that, I did use rust killer. A rust killer material that is a fluid, and I squirted it in the cracks as much as possible. And before that, I let it dry off for about 48 hours before doing anything else. And it could actually work in such a big area as we discovered. So we'll see. It's going to be an interesting experiment for next season. Okay, that's it. That's that for this update. Bye bye.